Here's why you need to make a plan for your 2020 holiday shopping season. Hi, everybody. Eric Enge here. I'm the principal for the Digital Marketing Solutions Business Unit at Proficient. And today, I actually want to talk a little bit about how you can plan for your holiday shopping season, because this one's going to be different. It's been changed in significant ways by the pandemic. And at Proficient, we actually did a survey of 154 senior executives from large enterprise organizations that were B2B, B2C, B2G, across all business types, actually. And what we were trying to get at and was learn from them, what they had saw during the process of the pandemic, but also how they expected things to unfold going forward, so that we can in fact talk about how to plan for this holiday season. So one of the big things, of course, is just start with what are some of the things that changed in the market. And I mean, there were some really big differences. Of course, you have like delivery options changed, buy online, pick up in store, or home delivery and things like that. We also saw a lot of people who hadn't really fully embraced online shopping. Maybe they did a little, but not that much. That went much, much deeper with it. Particularly among the elderly, you might have seen people that were just kind of used to doing it the old way and didn't want to embrace the new way. And then they were forced to do it this new way. And so many other changes, virtual everything, wine tastings, happy hours, education, telemedicine. But what does this mean going forward? And what is likely to stay the same? Well, if you think about it, a lot of times when you have a disruptive event like this, in this case, a pandemic, it can cause people to change their behavior patterns. And when the source of the driving source of those changes in behavior patterns goes away, doesn't mean that people will go back. So those people who really took online shopping to a new level, they might continue to do that going forward. I mean, I know for my part, there's a lot of things that I never would have bought on Amazon in the past, and now I'm going to have it delivered from Amazon all the time, and I probably won't change that back. It's actually easier. My habits changed, and it just became a thing. But there are lots of things like that. But let's step back and talk about a little bit what it means for how we operate our business and what do we need to do differently, to stay successful in this new environment. Well, one aspect of this is how agile your organization needs to be. I'm showing a chart right now, and our data showed that 76% of businesses said that they could implement significant changes in their organizations within days or weeks. So if you're not able to do that, you could be in a situation where you could get left behind. And so also, just to feed into that line of thinking, it's also important to think about another aspect of how this holiday season will be different. Given that the drive or the increase in the importance of your website went up so dramatically, maybe some other aspects of shopping behavior that will change. And there's another trend that feeds into that, which is that major players like Amazon and Target and Walmart and folks like that we're already moving away from focusing all of their marketing energy on just Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And with the level of interest in online transactions having gone up so much, we expect that trend to continue. And in fact, at Proficient, we talk about the notion of a cyber quarter, that won't really be all just about those 2 days. And to be fair, Cyber Monday and Black Friday are still going to matter, but it's not going to be an all or nothing bet like it has been over the past few years. And then personalization of experiences is going to matter more. If people are more focused on being on websites, then the level at which those experiences deliver value to those users and help them find what they want is critical. Certainly there's Google's core web vitals, site speed and not throwing pop-ups in people's faces and things like that. But it's also just what's the level of personalization that you have within your website, and how do you handle that? Are you doing just persona based, or are you doing customer journeys or segmentation? And the chart I'm showing now shows a very large percentage of people investing in one type of personalization and another. We even saw 14% of our respondents talking about doing individualization, which is really a very, very high level of customer service, if you will. And then last, but certainly not least, and I've alluded to this already, everybody, or a great majority of our respondents, saw the importance of their website going up dramatically as a result of all this. The data that we're showing now actually shows the ratio of those that were increasing their investment in a particular digital marketing discipline over those who are decreasing it. And you see some crazy numbers, 5 times as many people committing to invest in SEO versus invest more in SEO versus decreasing, almost 6 times for CRO, and so forth. With these kinds of numbers, and even though I didn't show that in this chart, keeping in mind that the number of people in our survey that said that they were having no change in their level of investment was actually relatively small. It's like a 4-to-1 net ratio of those increasing versus staying the same and decreasing. That's going to put a lot of extra pressure on your business just to keep up. And you're going to have to invest very heavily to stay with and stay competitive. And don't just spend more, but really put some effort into optimizing those campaigns and maximizing your results from them to make sure that you get a good result during this holiday shopping season. But, really one of the most important things I want to emphasize here is that the market is just going to stay more dynamic. I think we're going to have an extremely fast-moving holiday season, and if you're in a position to respond to changes quickly, really measure what's going on in the market, make those tweaks, constantly optimizing, not over-focused on Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Look at the broader picture. Be wise about your digital marketing investments. It's going to be the key to your success. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Here's Why. If you did, you can click on the subscribe button below to make sure you don't miss any future episodes. Thank you.